Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky. I am a living Christ. Today I should like to demonstrate to you what it's like to be without a personality, a Christ. You all know me. You all heard me before. You know what the forces of Satan are doing to prevent you from listening to this living Christ. The amount of energy put out by those who control the media, who control the internet, who control the government, the religions, to stop this living Christ from speaking to you. They can't do it. It's an impossibility. For you see, I am in this world with you, and the world that we share is a converted, satanic world of egos, of personalities, persons. Now, persons are not the same thing as living truth, living men, living women who resonate with that unique energy, holistic energy of truth. That is what you are experiencing with this living Christ. Now, about 5 months ago, 4 to 5 months ago, this living man experienced the stroke which reduced him to being unable to speak, to be understandable, to utter any words whatsoever. If you look closely, you can see the paralysis of the left side of my face and the slight slur to my words. That is the remnant of the stroke. However, I assure you that I am not this body, and I am not this mind. And so, what you are observing is an eternal spirit of truth, of Christ consciousness speaking to you, despite the handicaps of the material body and mind. Now, do I make sense to you? Do I speak truth to you? That is inarguable. The fact is that none of you can find fault with what I have said in the way that I have said it, because I am not coming from my ego, from the intellectual, satanically ruled intellect. And thus all of the barriers that are thrown up to discredit the ego of this man fall in defeat, because there is none. I am not an ego. I am not a person. I am a living Christ, a simple man of truth. So are you. Every one of you, at the level of consciousness, at the depth of your being are one with this living Christ. You are beyond egos also. Oh, you possess egos. You possess personalities. And that is the play acting that goes on eternally in your lives. The faces that you put on, the masks that you wear, the performances that you do. Those of you who have found success in the media, the talking heads, are clearly egoistic in nature. And that's what makes you stand out. And that's what makes people in hell emulate you, pretend that they are you. And they are in confusion also, because they don't know the truth of who they are. They're stopped cold with the play acting, the presentments, the masks that they wear, the personalities that exude, along with the factual information that is being put out with a slight tinge of connection, persuasion. That's the material world of hell that all of you live in. That's the world of egos, conflicting egos. No question about that. That's the realm of divisiveness, of opposites, of pleasure and pain, bravery and cruelty, and tyranny, and victimization, all masks, all personalities, all pretenses. That's the world that you live in. That's the world of civilized behavior. I'm here to lead you out of that world into the second coming of Christ consciousness. That is the consciousness that is beyond the realm of the duality of the intellect, the satanic intellect. It is the realm of oneness, of truth, of what is, of non-duality, of the subconscious mind, doing what it does best, expressing truth. That's what I'm all about. I'm giving you a demonstration of that behavior that cannot be stemmed by any amount of force, of fear, opposing it, trying to stifle it, trying to control it. That's how we change our world, the world of hell, the world of duality, the world of ownership. You see, we are the world. We are the creator of the world, our world. And as long as we remain at one with that unification of what is, personalities cannot intrude. You are living in peace. You are living in truth. You are living in love. You are living in cooperation. You are at one. There is no dichotomy. There is no crime. There is no force, no fear, no wars, no killing. Those are all dualistic activities based in personalities. Egos, conflicting egos. It's time for all that to end. I have shown you how it can be done. I have been up against all of the satanic forces, and they, in totality, have been unable to destroy this living Christ. That ought to prove to you who you are. Rise above the duality of your intellect, your satanically conditioned intellect, and enter into the realm of non-duality, of truth, and you are God. You are the creator of your life, and no one and no thing can destroy it. That is the promise of the second coming of Christ. Consciousness, non-duality, truth. No war, no crime, no tyranny, no rich, no poor. You are what is, and you will not harm another, because in non-duality there is no one to harm. You are all there is, and you create the world by your own projections. And as long as you are balanced, as long as you do not stoop to becoming a person, a non-human, pretender, wearing a mask, lying, deceiving, cheating, robbing, there can be no hell on earth. That's what the second coming of Christ is. We can live that way. I have proven it in my very existence on the internet, and you see the amount of satanic forces that have been lodged against it in the 25 years that I have been demonstrating the energy of a Christ, a man of truth. Well, you too are a man and a woman of truth at the very core of your being. You have merely adopted the pretense of a personality, of an ego, based on the conditioning that you have been subjected to in your early life as children, in school, educated to be servants, to provide for those in power. But those are illusions. The power and the powerless are illusions. The masters and the slaves are illusions. The kings and the servants, the peasants, are illusions. We are all one. That is what I have demonstrated on this internet through these many years, these many decades. What's keeping you from understanding that I am you at the subconscious level of mind? You and I are one. I've already shown you that I exist and am protected from all of these slings and arrows thrust against him by satanic dualistic attacks. Well, when are you going to start to live that way. Let's get rid of government. Let's get rid of religion, because they are systems of thought that have broken you down into dualistic persons, personalities, non-human, goyim, you see, to be exploited by those who seek to wield power over you. They're the fiction, or the real thing. Let us start with this election. Boycott this election. Do not vote. Do not give your consent. Do not agree with being a servant to your imagined master, for they are merely a figment of your imagination. You are the creator of your life. Start living it. There you have it. Make of it what you will, and act upon what you make of it. And we shall see a new world. Not the New World Order, the satanic New World Order, but we shall experience a world of peace, of love, of cooperation, of Christ consciousness, well beyond the ego, well beyond the personality.